Hello children, welcome to a science class. Today we are going to start a new chapter. Are you ready for that? Yes, very good. First of all, let me show you some pictures. See here. See children, here is a plant, bricks, a cute baby, water, a single cell organism and wood. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Can you find organisms from here? Can you find organisms from this picture? Is this an organism? Plant? What about the bricks? And what about the organism? What about this baby? Is it an organism? Is it an organism? Water. What about the water? Then here, a single cell. Living thing, wood. Can you find organism from these pictures? Yes, you are right, my dear. Very good. Here, plant is an organism, right? Plant is an organism. Brick is not an organism. This cute baby is an organism. Wood is not an organism. Wood is not an organism. Here, it's a single cell organism here. You can see a single cell organism here. And water is not an organism. How do you find it? Yes, very good. Listen, here plant, baby and this living thing also organism, right? Because they are the living things. They have life. That's why. You know that all the living things are called organisms, right? They have life. Here plant is a living thing. This cute baby is a living thing, and this single cell organism also living thing. So we can say that they have life. They are the living things. That's why they are the organisms. All the living things are called organisms. Understand, right? Yes, very good. Now look, here plant is an organism. This baby is an organism. This single cell living thing is an organism. Okay, they have their own structure, right? Plant has its own structure. This baby has its own structure. Okay. Then what about this organism? Yes, has structure. That means organisms have their own structure, right? Organisms have their own structure because of a structural unit. Because of a structural unit. Each organisms have a structural unit in their body. Here this baby has a structural unit. Plant has a structural unit. And this single cell organism has a structural unit. Okay. That structural unit is called cell. That structural unit is called cell. So we can say that cell is the basic structural and functional unit of organisms. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of organisms. Cell is the structural and functional unit of organisms. Here I am an organism because I have a structural and functional unit in my body. That means I have cells in my body. I have cells. So the cell is the structural and functional unit of organism. Understand? Yes, very good. Now, we are going to discuss about discovery of cell. Who discovered the cell? Shall we have a discussion about that? Okay, mate, listen. The first cell discovered by a scientist. He is Robert Hooke. Is Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke is a scientist who discovered the first cell. Robert Hooke discovered the first cell, my dear. Is Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke discovered the first cell. He discovered the first cell from a slice of cork. You know what is cork? Cork is the bark of a tree, my dear. Bark of a tree. That means Robert Hooke has taken a slice of a piece of cork from the bark of tree. A slice of cork, and he observed through the magnifying glasses. Through a magnifying glass. Magnifying glass helps to enlarge things, right? He observed through the magnifying glass. Okay, there he observed a structure. Okay, he observed a structure like this. He observed, from his observation, no, he found many compartments with chambers, no, with chambers, and it looked like honeycomb structure. And each chamber separate from other. Listen, look here. You can see that. You can see here. Each chamber separate from others, no, by small walls here. You can see here. Okay. He observed a honeycomb structure with many chambers. Okay, clear. And Robert Hooke termed each chamber of the slice of cork. He termed that as cell. He termed these chambers as cells, my dear, as cell. So he is the founder of first cell, Robert Hooke, from the slice of cork. With the help of a magnifying glass. Understand, right? Robert Hooke discovered the first cell from the slice of cork. Okay. Yes. After that, many scientists were behind the discovery of this cell. Okay. Clear. Then scientific world found many things about the cell. Now let us discuss about the details of cells now. Okay, shall we have a discussion about the cell? You are ready, right? Yes, very good. Listen. Okay, my dear. Now look here. Here you can see two organisms. One is elephant, and here is a single cell organism. This single cell organism is called amoeba. So amoeba is a minute organism. We could not see with our naked eyes. Okay, so minute organism is called amoeba. Clear? Yes. Listen, here you can see the elephant and amoeba. Both the organisms are made up of cell. They have their own structural and functioning unit in their body. Because they are the organisms, right? They have structural and functioning unit in their body. That means they have cell. Okay, when you observe them, you can see elephant is a largest organism. Okay, and amoeba is a minute organism. We could not see with our naked eyes. When we compare their cell number of cells known. Okay, when you compare about the size of the cell, when you compare about the number of the cell in this organism and shape of the cell in the organism, we can say that the shape, size and number of organisms are varied here. Are not same, right? Okay, the shape, size and number of organisms, yes, are varied in this organism, right? Shape, size and number is varied here, not same. You can see that elephant has number of cells in their body, right? In their body, for the making of the body of elephant, it has number of cells in the body. When you compare the number with this single cell organism amoeba has only one cell. Is a single cell organism. Number of cell vary, right? Different, not same. Okay, what about the size of the cell? Size of the cell also will be different. Okay, what about the shape of the cell? Shape of the cells also will be different in their body. Okay, so we can say that the number, shape and size of the cells vary in organism. Understand, right? Accordingly, we can classify the organism into two. Based on the number of cells, we can classify the organism into two. First one is called unicellular organisms. Second one is called multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. From the name itself you can find unicellular organism. Uni means single cell. Multi means number of cells. Okay, if we have taken clear the examples here, amoeba has single cell, right? Has one cell, single cell organism. So we can say that amoeba is a unicellular organism. Amoeba is an unicellular organism. Because amoeba has single cell. If the organism has single cell, such type of organisms are called unicellular organism. Then you observe the elephant. Elephant is multicellular organism. Because it contains number of cells, more than one cell in their body. Such type of organisms are called multicellular organism. So elephant is an example for multicellular organism. Because multicellular organisms have more than one cell in their body. Such type of organisms are called multicellular organisms. So we can say that according to the number of cells, organisms can be classified into two. First one is called unicellular organism. Second one is called multicellular organism. Unicellular organisms have single cell in their body. Multicellular organisms have more than one cell in their body. Okay, such type of organisms are called multicellular organisms. You can find many examples of multicellular organisms, right? I am a multicellular organism. Clear? That means human beings. Human is an example for multicellular organism. Plants of our surroundings is the best example for multicellular organism. Clear? All the animals are multicellular organisms because they have more than one cell. They have number of cells in their body. Their body is made up of number of cells. Okay, now let us find more examples for single cell organisms. That means unicellular organisms. Okay, let us find more examples for unicellular organisms. Listen here. Here you can see. What example is here now? Amoeba. Amoeba is an example for unicellular organism. Now here's another organism. Look. Okay, this organism is called paramecium. Paramecium is an example for unicellular organism. Paramecium is an example for unicellular organism. Paramecium. Clear? Okay. Now look here. Here's another organism. This organism is called Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas is an example for unicellular organism. Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas is an example for unicellular organism. Chlamydomonas. Now, here another organism. This organism is called Euglena. Euglena is a single cell organism. Euglena. Euglena is an example for unicellular organism. Here we found the example for unicellular organism, right? Clear? That means first one is paramecium, second one is chlamydomonas, third one is euglena. They are the example for unicellular organisms. Examples for unicellular organisms because they have single cell in their body. They have single cell. Okay, with the help of this single cell, no, they can perform every functions. Okay, I am the multicellular organism, right? Okay, I can breathe. I can eat food. Okay, and I can digest the food, right? Clear? And all the organisms excrete. Clear? All the multicellular organisms excrete. Such type of all the functions are performing here in the unicellular organism with the help of the single cell. They also can do all the functions with the help of the single cell. That means they can breathe, they can respire, they can eat the food, and they can digest it, they can excrete the wastes. Every functions they can perform with the help of the single cell. Unicellular organisms can do all the function with the help of the single cell like the multicellular organism. Understand, right? Clear? Here we found the examples for unicellular organisms. Now look here. We know that the organisms are made up of cells. Organisms are made up of cells. Each organisms have different type of cells in their body. Accordingly, the shape of the cells are also different. Shape of the cells of organisms are different. I already mentioned that all the organisms have their own functions. Okay, and they can perform their function with the help of the cells. To perform that functions, the organisms have different types of cells in their body. Accordingly, the shape of the cells also different in organisms. Okay, now let us find out the different types of cells in organisms and their difference in the shape. Shall we? Yes. Look. First of all, we already mentioned that here now amoeba. You already found amoeba is a unicellular organism. Amoeba is a shapeless organism, my dear. Shapeless organism is an aquatic organism. And it's a shapeless organism. Okay, and here you can see now in the cell of amoeba you can see some extensions here. You can see some extensions, right? This extension of amoeba is called, here you can see the extension. Extension of amoeba is called pseudopodia. Here you can see that. The extension of amoeba is called pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is the extension of amoeba. Pseudopodia. You can see here. Pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is extension of amoeba. That extension part, that protruder part is called pseudopodia. And this pseudopodia of amoeba help to catch the food. And that also helps for the movement of amoeba in water. We already mentioned the amoeba is an aquatic organism. Okay, so that pseudopodia help to catch the food. There are two functions for pseudopodia. First, helps to catch the food. Okay, then second function, it helps for the movement of amoeba to the water. That extension of the cell of amoeba is called pseudopodia, and that amoeba is an aquatic shapeless organism. When you compare the shape of the amoeba with our blood cells, we have blood cells, right? You already learned that we have three types of blood cells. First one is RBC, second one is WBC, third one platelets. RBC, red blood cells, WBC, white blood cells, and platelets also. Okay, when you compare the shape of the amoeba with our blood cells, you can find the difference between them. Listen, here you can see the shape of our RBC, and here you can see the shape of our WBC. Okay, when you compare the shape of our blood cells with amoeba, we can find the difference, right? We can find the difference. Clear? Okay, then listen here. We already mentioned amoeba is a shapeless organism, but no, here the blood cells. But here the blood cells have their own shape. Okay, yes. Now, our blood cells are the cells in human body. Okay, the same time we have muscle cell in our body. In human body also, no, we have different types of cells to perform our own function. Different types of cells, and that cells are different in their shape. Here you can find our muscle cells. We have types of muscle cells, my dear. Look here cylindrical shaped muscle cells, branched muscle cells, and spindle shaped muscles. Spindle shaped, pointed edge. Spindle shaped muscle cells. Okay, that means when you compare the shape of the muscle cells with our blood cells, no, we can find difference, right? Shape of the muscle cells with our blood cells, we can find the difference. Shape of the cells are different. Shape of cells are different here. Clear? Yes. Now look here. Here you can see another cell in human body. This cell is called nerve cell or neuron. Nerve cell or neuron. Nerve cell or neuron. Nerve cell or neuron is seen in our nervous system, brain, spinal cord, on all the nerves, right? Okay, nerve cells or neuron. And this is the longest cell in human body, nerve cell or neuron. Okay, the structure and shape of this nerve cell is entirely different from other cells, right? Entirely different from our muscle cells, blood cells, entirely different shape based on their function. Okay, nerve cell or neuron. Nerve cell or neuron helps to transmit the messages from one part of body to other parts. Transmitting the messages. Then only we can perform the many functions according to the changes happen in our surrounding due to the transmission messages from one part of body to other parts, or transmission messages from one part of body to brain. The messages can be transmitted. Messages can be transmitted by nerve cell or neuron. Okay, so these are the different types of cells, and they are different in their shapes also. According to their function. Understand, right? Okay, so we can say that the cells are different in their shape. Now listen. Look here. You want to know which is the smallest cell. No? The smallest cell of the world is a bacteria, my dear. That bacteria is called mycoplasma. Here you can see the mycoplasma. Mycoplasma is the smallest cell. Okay, smallest cell of the world. Mycoplasma. Okay, and you want to know about the largest cell? No, largest cell is the egg of ostrich. Egg of ostrich is the largest cell of the world. Largest cell is egg of ostrich. Okay, here you want to find the smallest cell and largest cell of the world. Clear? Okay, so these are the basic features of the cell. You have to learn the basic features of the cell. Clear? Okay, and you have to remember that cell is the basic structure and function unit of organism. Basic structure and function unit of organisms. Clear? Okay, and cell helps to perform all the functions in the body of organism, if it is unicellular organism or if it is multicellular organisms. I hope you understand about that. I hope you understood about it. Clear? Ready? Yes.